have to keep shoving my phone into the mud. Speakers first. Just sitting in the mud to get a picture.
Get to about, probably say here. Go. Started riding when I was 10, so I got my first bike when I was 10. It was just a tiny little pit bike actually, so it wasn't even a child's bike, it was a tiny little motocross bike. My dad started it up and it scared the living life out of me. I absolutely hated it, if I'm honest, so that definitely put me off because I was a gymnast at the time, so that was my thing. And then I actually finally asked for a trials bike, so it was probably like, I think I was almost 11 and he got me a trials bike, and it was, my first bike was a little Sherco 50 Twist and Go. Amazing little thing. I actually know the girl that's got it now. She messaged me recently. She said she sent me a photo of it. It's a really distinctive bike, so I know it's mine. It's got a gold wheel at the back and everything. It's even got the same Michelin sticker I put on the exhaust. So that was my first bike, and I just fell in love with the sport, if I'm honest. The people in it are amazing as well. A lot of different motorsports paddocks, and I think that the trials paddocks are just the most amazing people. Like, you go in a motocross paddock and I tend to find, not everybody, but I tend to find everyone's quite cutthroat and everybody's not really willing to help. It's all for yourself, but I think trials is a bit more team based.
Like a gentleman's sport.
Yeah.
All women. Gentlemen.
It's gentlemen's and women's sport. But yeah, no, definitely, I just loved it. Absolutely loved it. The top riders in any motorsport, and I mean, you know, you've got your road racing, you've got enduro, you've got motocross, you've got trials. Any top end motorsport rider, they will all have a trials bike at home because it helps massively. You know, in terms of road racing, and when things get really skitty and it gets wet and the back wheel starts to slide out, if they're a trials rider, they know how to cope with this. And
yeah.
Same with the motocross. If you cross right anything, you know how to fight the bike and get it back over.
Yeah.
But for people that don't come from a trials background, you know, I get plenty of people come through here and experience days and they've never done trials before and they just don't know how to deal with it. Whereas people from a trials background, they do tend to know how to deal with it, and it definitely does help.
Because I'm Billy No Mates, some things which I'm a bit on the scary side, I'm a bit wary of doing in case it goes wrong. But then I have to tell myself, if it goes wrong, what's the worst that can happen? My bike gets dunking. That's about it.
A lot of mountain bikers come here on the experience days, and they tend to book onto the absolute beginners, and they actually end up being quite good in the end because I think mainly the downhill people, not necessarily the other people, but they know how the bike reacts to stuff, whether that be ruts, roots, rocks, doesn't matter what it is, they kind of know, and they know to kind of let the back end do what it wants, but you're strong with the front, so I think it does transfer over.
Because I can go up from this bike to a proper clutch, can't I?
You can go to a race after this, so that adds in the working diaphragm clutch. It's the exact same clutch as what's on a petrol bike, and it works the exact same, but it's just got a little bit more power to it, and it's got a tick over mode as well, so it means that instead of, you might find with your bike it's a bit on and off, instead of that it's always got something that's pulling you along. So that's like a really good stepping stone. And then, you know, I think, to be honest, they're a really, really capable bike now, so they're definitely comparable, and well, more than comparable to the petrol. So I don't think it's necessarily even a stepping stone to a petrol now. It's more, you could just stick with that.
Yeah. Sorry, bike.